Let's record. I was saying good evening to each and everyone who has kept time to be on this Zoom call. We are already 15. We have just started. Soon we shall be growing in numbers. I know that, or is people joining. And I was saying for those ones who are hearing me for their very first time, my name is Nanono Harriet. I'm a V3 with Royal Q. I've been doing this business since 2021 in August. So which means I am 1 year and very many months. I'm almost making 2 years. I'm almost making 2 years doing this. I'm not yet to stop. I'm still going. And I feel like I have to do this until when I become filthy rich, because with the crypto, I'm very sure that is where the future is. And the future is now. It is not tomorrow. It is not next month. It is not next year. It is now. We are so proud of each and everyone who has joined us in our business. We are the game changers, and we thank you. We congratulate you for choosing our team as your support team. And we promise that we are going to work with you. We are going to guide you. We are going to work with you until when we feel like at least you are somewhere. At least you are somewhere. I'm about to open the chat room so that I start reading your questions. Get ready with your question. This evening we are asking questions as we are responding. But as we do that, allow me share. I want to read for you a welcome letter for every one of you. A welcome letter to our team. A welcome letter to our team. It's what I'm going to read for you first as you are writing your questions. Be writing your questions in the chat room. Or if you don't want to write in the chat room, just go and you will just unmute yourself, or you will put up your hand, then we choose you, then you ask your question. I have starred messages here. Our welcome letter is here. This is a welcome letter to each and everyone who is new in our team. And it says, hello, new members. If you are a new member, you are 1 month, you are 2 months, you are 3 weeks, you are a few days old in our business, this is your letter. Congratulations on your decision to start your own business with Royal Q and partnering with the Game Changers as your support team. Remember, every great success starts with a great decision. Thank you for making a decision to take charge of your life. I encourage you to commit to your Royal Q business for a minimum of at least 12 months. As any new business, it may take 12 months or more to develop substantial residual earnings. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather an income opportunity that can pay you and your family a substantial residual income daily and monthly. Think of your first year as a training period. To learn and practice the skills necessary to build the business. Thank you for trusting me as your leader. Now, this is your upline, the person who introduced you to the business, saying this. Thank you for trusting me as your leader in the new venture. I am honored to be in partnership with you together and the rest of the leaders. I want you to know that I am here to support you and anyone you bring into the business, but not to work for you. Remember, we are in a duplication business. Make sure you learn and master the old steps so you can take your new recruits through the same process. My job is to help you become independent from me as quickly as possible. How soon you will become an independent leader will depend on your level of commitment to your business and to our training system. There will certainly be ups and downs. I repeat this. There will certainly be ups and downs, good times and bad times as you build your business. As leaders, whenever you have questions, concerns, and need information or support, we shall always be available. Make sure you stay in the park. Be available for training. Cheers to the beginning of your new chapter with Royal Q, your partner in service, Game Changers Team Leadership. We welcome each and everyone to our team. Our work is to work with you, is to support you, is to work with you, but not to work for you. So when you dedicate time to learn, we are always available to teach you. When you have questions, we are always there to respond. And that's why this evening, we are having this question and answer session. I know you have a lot. You have a lot, and we are here to respond to your questions. I thank you for listening to this letter, and it is a welcome letter to each and every one of you to our team. I get back to the chat room to see who is there and who has asked the questions, and then we start from there. Okay. Oh, Shikongo is from Namibia. Happy to see you. I want to visit that Freetown. Is it Freetown? Is it Freetown in Namibia or in Botswana? I want to visit Namibia. One of these. One day, I want to visit Namibia. It is a good looking country. I want to visit it. Chivuka Musa Ahmed is saying, teach me more about features of Royal Chat. Features of Royal Chat. Which Royal Chat are you talking about? Which chat? Is it the chat of the candles, the chat of the candles, the candles of the coins? Which features do you really want to talk about? Then please elaborate more about, or maybe you can unmute yourself and you ask that question for me to get it very well, and then we continue. Then when Chibuka finishes asking, then Noah will be the next person to ask a question. Chibuka, I'm waiting for you. Unmute yourself and ask. Elaborate the question.
Hello.
Yes, Chibuka.
Yes, I have one question.
Yes, please ask.
It's good like this. You see, at your Royal Show, okay? There are a lot of settings down there. I was writing Royal Show, not Royal Chat, Royal Show.
Let me make you a host. Then you share with us your screen, and then you show me what you mean.
Okay.
I am making you a host. Just go and share your screen, then we see what you are talking about, then I respond. You are a host now, please. You know how to share screen?
Yes, I've started.
Okay, please, I can see your screen is coming.
You see where I am down here?
Yes, please, I am seeing.
Yeah, there are a lot of things down here, like this one here, the symbols.
Oh, you want to understand these features which are in mine?
Yes.
Okay. For us not to use too much time about this, there is a recorded training that I did when I was doing orientation. When we say orientation, when you go to the YouTube channel and then you look for Royal Q orientation training, it is by me, Harriet Nanono. You will find it there.
Orientation, Royal Q.
Yes, orientation to the Royal Q. It is going to be showing each and everything, because I was talking about all the features which are on the Royal Q application.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
I'll look for them.
Okay, please. So did you subscribe to our YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, please go there and then look for orientation. That training, I did it. It was for a full hour.
Okay,
it has each and everything, my dear.
okay, thank you.
Okay, please. So click on my name again, and then you make me host so that I get back my.
Harriet, Nanono.
Yes, please, Pius. Pius just wants to call my name. Mukulu Chibuka, click on my name, make me host. The next person to ask a question, just unmute yourself or put up your hand so that I get to see that you want to ask a question. As I wait for those ones who are putting up their hands to ask, let me read from here. Chibuka was saying down there, I see a lot of new things I don't know. Okay, at least we have done that one. Mariam says, how best can I introduce a new person who wants to know about my business? How best can I introduce a new person who wants to know about my business? Let me start with that one. Mariam, if you want to introduce your business to someone, many times you don't have all the answers to answer that person's questions. Number two, the person you want to introduce might be your friend or might be someone who knows about you. Many times they will not believe in you because they know you. Sometimes maybe they know your financial status. Maybe sometimes they know what you can. And then maybe they are doubting that you cannot do that. Many times they are always fearing you to lose. So that's why as you introduce them that have seen a business, they will always tell you, you are going to lose. Bagenda kuba. Those are thieves. Those are what? Those are conmen. They are going to tell you all sorts of things, not because they don't want you to earn. It's because they care about you. They care about you. They don't want you to lose. Now, how best can you introduce a friend to the new business? For you, what you have to do, just tell that person, hi, Sarah. There is a great idea. There is a business idea that I saw. I want you also to take a look at it so that after you looking at it, you can help me to decide whether I can be part of it or not. It is always okay not to tell this person that you are already part of it. Just to tell them that you want them to look at it so that they give you advice or either to join or not. People will always listen to what you are having because they feel like now they are so important in your life. In other words, they feel like since you have asked for their advice, it means now they are the ones going to understand for you, as that slang is in Tia. They will always come very fast. And what you have to do is always refer them to your upline or to your leader or to the general training, the general presentation we are having either on WhatsApp or on Zoom. When they attend such a presentation, they will have a few questions to ask you. They will be telling you that they will be referring those questions that they are having to the person who presented to them. And more times that person has best answers to all the questions they might be asking. So that way, you will be saved from answering the questions that you don't have the right answers at the same at hand. Basically, when you are when you are still new,
and then you'll be assessed on whether you can successfully recreate it step by step. Another carer will.
When you are still new, always it is very difficult to explain. Somewhere, somehow, the confidence is still not so much. Somewhere, somehow, you are still doubting. You don't know whether it is going to work or not. So many times when it is like that, it becomes very difficult for you to introduce to that person. So your main work should always be to convince this person to attend the presentation. Either on Zoom, you can bring that person to the office, the physical meeting, or you can tell your upline to talk to that person on WhatsApp or any other avenue. As simple as that. Yes, Mariam, I don't know whether I have answered you. And that's how best I can as well talk about. And she has said, thank you, madam. You're welcome. I've seen people putting up their hands. Let me start with Noah, then Isaac. Noah, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Thank you so much, Madam Harriet. Good evening, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the entire leadership that we are having in this group, especially Madam MRD, Mr. There is one, I just forgot his name. He's always giving us signals and teaching us ABCD so much and so on and so forth. Plus my mentor, Mr. Senjala and Mr. Robert. I really appreciate you people. You're such a team. I don't know how I can just describe you, but really the commitment that you put in just to help us from, it's awesome. May God bless you for that. And I have just two questions. I don't know whether it will be possible for you to get back to me, but my first question is how to use the trading view. Yesterday I joined in during the training, and our leader was explaining something to do with the Gatli predictor. I would like, if possible, I would like you to take me through the Gatli predictor. That is one. And two, that makes my last question. The second question is, usually when the signal is given, in the preset, there is preset. For instance, today atom was given, and there is preset, and there is take profit, that was 3%. There is TP callback 0.01, and there is call drop, that is 3%. Usually I'm getting confused with this, the TP and the TP callback and call drop. Kindly, would you just elaborate on this one? And lastly, if at all I have a capital of 1,000 and a coin has been given, a signal has been given like that one of today, could you advise how I can make my setting? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Noah. I've got your three questions. Let me start with the one when a signal is shared. First and foremost, let us start with that one. When a signal is shared, let us go straight to the Royal Queue application. The Royal Queue application and the Royal Queue application. Now let me start with a signal. Is saying when a signal is shared, there are a lot of things that come with it, and they are the ones which might be a little bit confusing. So let us understand those things. Let us understand those things in the signal. What are the best things in the signal? In fact, what you have talked about are the best. They are the best in the signal. The name of the coin, the preset price, and the take profit, and then a typical back. So that's what you want to know. I'm looking for a signal. My God, today people have chatted too much. I can't seem seeing a signal so near, but we shall get it. We shall get it. We shall get it. A signal, 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 signal. Hey, signal, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm looking for a signal. Just to explain to you. I know each and everyone is going to be it is going to be beneficial to each and every one of us on this Zoom call. Anyway, if I don't get one, so immediately we can leave it and then I just explain. Or even someone who is having a signal nearer, please inbox it to me. If you're on this Zoom call, just inbox that signal to me. Just inbox it in my WhatsApp so that we don't waste a lot of time here. Okay, I'm here. Now, when a signal is shared, for example, and then they say, we are going to trade course. If we are going to trade course, you come here and then say martingale strategy, and then create. We go to next. We are here. We are here. When we come here, the most important things that we have to look at is, we have said the TP is the take profit, the percentage we are going to sell at. Many times it can be 2% or 2, 3 or 4 or 5% or any other. Now, TP callback. If at all our trade, we entered the trade from here, and we want it to go up. What has happened? What happened to the network? My network skipped. Leader Usama, please make me host again. Make me host again. Anyone near Mr. Usama? Someone can call him. Someone has given us. Course, take 5%. And I'm waiting to be the host, then I share. Leader Usama, someone can help me call him. Let me get to him in WhatsApp. Okay, I am host again. My screen, where are you? It's here. I go to where we were. I was saying, can you see my screen? Someone unmute yourself and let me know that you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it, ma'am.
Okay, I was saying, we want to enter the trade from here. Preset is the price you want the robot to buy at. Many times we always share signals when the trade is still up and then it has to come down to pick you. So which means this price here, the price here is the preset price. The price here is the preset price. So when the prices When the prices reach here, that's when the robot is going to buy. And we are expecting it to sell from around here. If we said our take profit is 2%. Take profit, TP is take profit. So if our trade moves and then reaches this point, reaches this price where the 2% is hit, as soon as it hits it there, it is not going to sell immediately. The robot wants to see, it waits. Is this trade still going up or it is ending here, then it goes down? Now, it cannot sell immediately as it hits, but it has to wait for what we call a callback. Now, the percentage that you put at profit callback is the TP callback. You want, if it has come, it has hit 2%, if it is still going up, when it goes beyond that and then it stops here, when it is coming back, which percentage do you want it to sell at? That percentage is what we call the callback. Or even if it came and then it hit 2% and then it stopped there, then it was dropping. When it is dropping, which percentage do you want for it to drop? And then it sells so that you don't lose too much. So that's why we always say put 0.01 so that it goes down a little bit and then you take, and then it sells to take a profit, to take your profit. I don't know whether we have gotten that one.
Yes.
Noah, if you have understood that one, then I can as well continue.
Very clear, ma'am. Yes.
You have understood take profit and take profit call back?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Okay. Then another thing is call drop. Call drop is you want, how much do you want this trade to go down? And when it is going down, which percentage are you expecting it to go down so that you can buy? So for example, when they say drop, if they say drop of 4%, so the margin calls you are going to give that trade should be covering the 4%. For example, I can as well say that I am entering this trade, and then I tell that I have $300. And then I say my first buying amount, I'm going to enter this trade with the $40. If I enter with the $40 and then I say I want to have 7 margin calls. If I want to have 7 margin calls, okay, after that, I come to margin configuration. In the margin configuration, this is where I'm going to distribute my $300 and this call drop, these ones, it should be covering 4%. Now, someone can as well say, they said 4%, okay. And now I start by saying that my first margin call, I want when it drops by 0.5. When it drops by 0.5, then second call 0.5, third 0.5, and then fourth 0.5, which means if the first call, it dropped 0.5, and then second call, third, and fourth, when you add these ones, they give you 2%. Those 4 margin calls. So if they told us that it has to drop by the call drop they gave us in the signal, it is 4%, which means I still have to distribute another 2%. And then I say I have to put here 1% and then here 1%. And then my 7th call, or I can say I am putting here again 0.5. The 5th call 0.5, and then this one 1%. So which means if I have done that, it means from the first call 0.5, this one is 1 call, this is 1%, 2%. I have put here 3%, and then the 7th call, which I have put 1%, then that is the 4%. Hoping people we are getting what I'm saying. The call drop, you are going to divide it in the margin call drop. And then your money, you are going to divide it in the multiple buy-in ratio. For example, if I have $300 and then I say, my first buying amount for me, I call it first FBI. And then I say my first buying amount is $40. My first buying amount is $40. And then I say first call, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Then sixth, and seventh. Then the first call, I say, I give it $20. Second, I give it $20. Third, I give it $20. Fourth, I give it $20. Fifth, now the first buying amount, because these ones are treated as one position. So I put there little amounts of money. Because this one, it will be 40 plus 80, that is $120 out of my capital, that is in one position. So out of my 300, I have remained with some money. I have remained with some, that is $180. It's what I have remained with. So which means the $180, I'm going to divide it in the fifth, sixth, and seventh call. 108, I can say here, I'm putting here 60, and here 60, and here 60. Or I can say, I am going to put here, I'm going to, on the fifth call, I'm going to put there 40, then 60, 40, then the rest of the money, 100, I put it on the seventh call. Why I am putting more money on the fifth, sixth, and seventh call? Because these ones, they are sold independently. So I can make money faster when I am selling these sub positions. We call them sub positions. I can make more money when I'm selling the sub positions, because many times a trade can move from where I bought it from, and then it drops. And it drops down by 4%. It is at 4%. Then if the 4% is around here, then it stays here, then it moves around 1.5%. If it has moved up by 1.5, then my seventh call can be sold, my sixth call can be sold, and then my fifth call can be sold, because for them, they don't have to wait for the upper positions, for the upper where we bought it from. They don't wait for them. They sell for as long as there is that small rise in percentage, and then it sells. Then when they drop again, it buys. They go up, it sells. They come down, it buys, and then it sells until when it shoots to hit our original take profit. Are we together there, Noah?
Yes, we are very much together, yes.
Okay, please. Now the second question, have you understood the call drop, the take profit and take profit call back?
Yes, sure. Thank you so much.
What was your third question? Your first question was how to use the trading view. Trading view is an application which is helping us to learn trading, and which is helping us to learn what? Analyzing the market. For the last 3 weeks, we have been I have been introducing the new people to the trading view, and we have so far looked at a few market structure. We have looked at the market structure, and we have looked at the support and resistance. Then we also looked at the trend lines. Dr. Fred yesterday shared with you the Fibonacci retracement, and he's promising he will come back again. He does it like 2-3 times. We want to do these things repeatedly again and again for each and everyone to understand. Of course, he also talked about the Gatli, and you want to know more about the Gatli. I may not teach the Gatli today, but let me promise within this week, I am going to teach about more indicators, and the Gatli will be part of it. So just stay tuned. Don't miss my Zooms at 10 a.m. I'll teach the Gatli. We go step by step. And if you maybe at 10 a.m. you'll be very busy, always we record and you'll find it on our YouTube channel. I think that is your second question. What was your third question, sir?
My third question was, if I have a capital of 1,000 US dollars, how can I use it to train this single coin? What is your advice?
The simplest way to advise, someone to trade, what you should always do, put 20% of your capital in the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls. Your biggest capital should be in the lower margin calls, 50th and above. If they have put the call drop, even if it is 3%, make sure that if they have put 3%, let the 2% be in the 4 margin calls, 4 first margin calls, and then have always trade with margin calls, and they should be 5 and above, such that the 50th, the 60th, the 7th can as well be there for sub position. Never put all your money in the first buying amount. The trade can go against you and much of your capital can stay in one place for a longer time. So even if the trade drops down up to 20%, if you put just 20% of your capital in the 4 margin calls and the first buying amount, and the rest of the money is in these margin calls which are independent, and you gave it a very good margin call drop, you will keep on earning money while in the floating loss. You'll keep on earning money while in the floating loss. Am I clear, sir?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, please. I think I've answered all your questions. I go to Isaac. Isaac, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Isaac, unbiased, are you there, please? Isaac, I can't hear you. Maybe it's your network which is having challenges, but I can't hear you. But as we are waiting for Isaac and someone else to unmute herself, let me read this question by Joseph Ongaria. It is saying, thank you so much, our dear leaders, for guiding, mentoring, and inspiring the team. We can't thank you enough. You're welcome. Question, if you are setting a trade, what factors do you consider for you to come out of the trade faster? How do things like take profit, margin calls affect your stay in the market? Let me respond. If you are setting a trade, what factors do you consider to come out of the trade faster? First and foremost, trade with margin calls. Trade with margin calls. Never trade with just, you put all your money all at once. Trade with margin calls. How to get out of the market faster? That one, it is not in our control. It is the movement of the market that can make you get out of the market faster. But if you have put good margin call drop percentages, and you have put margin calls that everywhere, at every level, when the trade is dropping, your robot can buy, then that is so good. It can help you get out of the market very fast, because every time it drops, it goes down and it buys. It means you are accumulating more, and again, the average price is reducing. Let me explain this thing about average price reducing. And the reason as why we are telling you always trade with margin calls. Let me put it here. Okay. Let's say I am buying a coin. I am buying course. For example, maybe when I'm entering the coin, the preset price was at $10. I bought I entered the market. That was my first buying amount. I bought it when the price is at $10. After a certain time, this trade drops down. It drops by 1%. When it drops by 1%, it means I'm going, maybe the coin has gone at 9.8. I buy more. When I bought at $10, the average price was different. Now, when I buy the first buying amount, now the robot is going to add 10 plus 9 plus it is going to add 10. It is going to add 10 plus 9.8, and then the answer will be this will be 19.8 divided by 2. When it is divided by 2, then you are going to get a new average price. That is the biggest advantage. This is the biggest advantage for buying in the deep. When you buy in the deep, every price you buy at, it reduces the average price, and always the average price brings your trade closer to the current price. And when it brings it closer to the current price, it means you are getting closer to your selling price. Because as soon as your current price goes above your average price, then it means you are nearing selling. For example, if you buy like 5 times, you buy 5 times, the first time, the second time, third, fourth, and fifth. The prices you have bought at all these times, they are going to be added together, and then what you will get, then it is going to be divided by 5 to get a new average price. That is the beauty of buying margin calls, or buying in the deep. So we always say, instead of you putting all your money in the first buying amount for the money to stay there for a long time, when the average price is not changing, you stay in the market for so long. But this one who has kept on going, buying down and down and down, this person, first of all, he has accumulated more assets, and he has bought even more. He has bought at cheaper prices. For example, I go to the market. I go to Chisenyi in Kampala. I want to buy maize flour. And when I reach there, they tell me a kilogram of, I have my 100,000. And I'm going to buy maize flour. And then they tell you a kilo of maize flour is 5,000. If it is at 5,000, it means I'm going to buy how many kilos? Those ones who studied mathematics, please let me know. I have 100,000. A kilo of flour is 5,000. How many kilos am I going to buy? Do I have students in the room? Do I have followers in the room?
Yes, you do.
Uncle Sam, I have 100,000. A kilo of maize flour is 5,000. How many kilos am I going to get? People did not come today. Can you imagine?
People should practice their arithmetic.
It is 24
I have
kilos.
100,000. Each kilogram is 5,000. How many kilos am I going to get out with from the
20.
market?
It's
I'm going to
24
come out
kilos.
with the 20 kilograms. Now, then it comes buyer number 2. This is buyer A. And then I have buyer 2 who comes with 100,000. This is buyer number B. And then this person at first he comes and then he finds it is at 5,000. Then he buys 2 kgs. 2 kgs at 5,000. After like he buys that in the morning, then in the evening, late in the evening, when someone has waited for the customers are not coming, and then it says, let me say that 4,500. Then he finds, he looks at, and then they are saying it is at 4,500. He buys 2 kilograms at 4,500. And then after 2 days, he comes back and then he finds when the kaunga has gone down again. Now it is at 4,000. He buys the 3 kgs. By the time he finishes his 100,000, he will have accumulated more kilograms of flour. And let me tell you, for him, if he is going to sell them, he will not wait for the price to go at 5,000 because he will have bought at different prices. So when he adds together what he has used to buy and then he divides, he can as well say, now, even if I sell at 4,000, I am not making any loss because he has those ones that he bought at 3,500. He has those ones that he bought at 3,000. He has those ones that he bought at 4,500. Unlike buyer A, who is waiting for the kilo to go above 5,000 and then he sells. So that is the logic behind buying with margin calls, buying the dip. You accumulate more at cheaper prices, and then you are likely to get out of the market faster than the one who puts in the money all at once. Hoping I'm clear there. And then, Dr. Joseph, I think I have answered your question. I am looking at other people's questions here before I come to those ones who have put up their hand. Dr. Joseph, I've answered. Then someone is saying, seems I'm not getting you because of my network, but my question is, how much capital should one start with? How much capital should one start with? Start with what you can afford. Start with what you can afford. I cannot tell you that start with this or that. Start with what you can afford for as long as it is $15 and above, because our first buying amount for each and every trade, the minimum is $15 that you can enter a trade in the Royal Queue. So start with what you can afford, what you feel like it is good for you who has started the business, something which you feel like can as well give you the good profits that you want, something that you can afford. Start with as small as 15, but again, if you can afford more, put as much as you can have, because this is a safe business. It is very okay to invest as much as your energy, as much as what you can get. Then someone says, please, can we change the time from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. because morning hours, most of us, we are busy. That's why we record that. That's why we record it such that for those ones who are very busy, they can find it on the YouTube channel. With that one, I am very sorry. We might not change from 10 to 12 because at 12 p.m., we are having a physical presentation at the office in Kampala. So from 10, we are always getting prepared to have the 12 physical presentation to people. Then Isaac says again, someone says, is it possible to start with just registration and still make money? Registration for $120 for the robot, it is just for hiring the robot. Then again, you can put the capital in your Binance and you start. So when you have just registered and you have paid for the robot, how can you still make money? Yes, you can still make money when you refer your friends to join in. They buy also, they also hire the robot. You make the $30. You can still make money. You can still make money. And then he also says, and finally, do I make losses in case I start with 1 million? How much am I potential to make in a day? I'm not going to tell you that you are going to make this amount in a day, because we go to a live market, which changes anytime. So I'm not going to tell you what you are going to make per day, but I'm going to tell you what you will make in a month. What you will make, it is going to be between 10 and 50% of the capital you will give the robot. It will be between 10 and 50% of what you'll give the robot. 1 million is a good capital to start with. It is a good capital to start with. And then you can add more as time goes by. Let me come back here. I see who is putting up the hand, and oh, Leader Usama, we are happy to see you on this Zoom call. Please wave to us, unmute yourself and say hi to us. And then as I let Noah to unmute himself, and then he asks a question. Leader Usama, please say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, sir. Because I said for him to say hi, he is always, oh my God, he has said hi. It is okay, it is okay. He has said hi. We are having him on this Zoom call. Let me also introduce to you other leaders that we are having on this Zoom call. We are having leader Moses Ogwal. Is a V2. He does this business while he's in the diaspora. Please, leader Moses, say hi to the people.
Yes, Leader Harriet, thank you for the great explanation you are giving to our people. Team members, hello to everyone. I am Moses Ogwal, doing this business as a part-time from this side of Saudi Arabia, Arab country. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We are so proud of you. He's a V2, is doing the business while he's in diaspora. Sarah Maniraho from all the way from Fort Portal. Please unmute yourself and at least say hi. She is a V2.
Hi, everyone here. I'm happy to be part of this group. I'm a V2. I'm called Sarah Maniraho from Fort Portal, Uganda.
Okay. We are happy to have you. She has organized a very beautiful big event, and we are going to be in Fort Portal. Come this weekend. Come this week on Friday. We are having an event on 9th in Fort Portal. The place is AK Gardens. It is on Chiboga Road. She's the organizer, so we are going to be there. And then, okay, let us first listen to Noah, and then I'll introduce other leaders who are on this Zoom call. Noah, please, I can see your hand. Unmute yourself and ask, please. I think Noah is not there.
Raised my hand by mistake.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. As I wait for someone to unmute himself to ask, I have this one. Joseph says, when setting your trade, do you consider the 4-hour time frame, 2-hour time frame, or 1-hour time frame? When I use the auto fib retracement, 4-hour time frame, may be in a downtrend, but 1 hour time frame is in uptrend. So what time frame do we consider when setting a trade? Thanks. Let me start with that one. It is always important when you are doing your analysis, look at the 4 hour time frame. And if you have to draw your Fibonacci, you put it in when you are looking at the 4 hour time frame. Then look at those powerful lines that Dr. Fred talked about. There are very many lines. All those lines in the Fibonacci, the market respects them so much. They are all acting as resistances and support. But 0% line, 61.3 line, and 100. Those are very, very important lines. So always the market changes when it reaches there. The market changes. If it was going up when it reaches those lines, it has to do a retracement before it continues. 0%, 61.8, and then 100%. No matter where it is, because when you are putting the Fibonacci, at times you are going to find when the 0 is down and 100 is up, and then other times you are going to find when 100 is down and 0 is up. Now, after you have put your Fibonacci and you have seen where the market is, always go to 1 hour time frame to get an early entry. We do the analysis. We look at we ascertain the trend of the market in the 4 hour time frame, but the 1 hour time frame helps us to enter the trade to have early entry points. Hoping it is clear there. Do your analysis, look at the market in the bigger time frame, then come to a smaller time frame to help you enter early. Because if you are in the 4 hour time frame and you have drawn maybe your support and resistance to a candle which is at 4 hours, you might find that the candle has gone up, but again it has dropped a half of it. It has dropped a half of it, and then it is a halfway, the above is a week. But again, when you go to a 1 time frame, it is telling you it is going up. Remember, the bigger time frame, there is less noise. 1 candle, it means 4 hours. So which means when you go to the 1 hour time frame, you are going to find that in that candle, which has retraced, it has 4 candles in the 1 hour time frame. So always do your analysis in the 4 hours, enter in a smaller time frame, because you will always get into the market earlier. Hoping it is clear there. And let me see another question. Peter M says, explain to me compounding on this royal queue. Does the profits join the capital if I choose not to withdraw? Yes. Yes, when the robot sells all the profit and the capital, it puts it in Binance. So if you don't want to withdraw your profits, then when it is going to do other trades, it will take the capital plus the profits. But if you want to withdraw, there are people who say, I made my profits. As soon as I make some profits, or in a day, in the evening, I say I made $10. It goes to his or her Binance, then transfers the $10 from the spot wallet to the funding wallet where the robot cannot use it from. In fact, there are people who do that. Someone says, I want to see how much profit that I'm going to make in a month. And then every profit that he makes, he transfers it to the funding wallet, to the funding wallet, to the funding wallet, so that the robot doesn't take it back for trading. But if you have not removed it, when it is doing other trades, it will take it. It will use it. Am I clear? If I am clear, I am waiting for people to ask questions. Are we learning something? As I wait for someone to ask a question, I think Isaac, your network, my dear, put your question in the chat room. I'll see it. If you have a question, please unmute yourself and you ask. As I wait for someone to ask, I want to introduce to you other leaders who are here. Other leaders who are here. I can see Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is on this Zoom call. Uncle Sam, please, you can unmute yourself. Is a V2. I can as well say of all of us who are here, no one can beat his age. Uncle Sam, if he can do the business at his age, what of you is 30? What of you is 25? What of you is 40? Who is 40? Who is... So Uncle Sam, please unmute yourself and say hi to us.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Get courage and stay on, because I'm also on and I do my business every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Sam. Short and precise. Stay on. Don't go away. If someone who is 74 is doing this business and is doing it every day, what excuse do you have? You, who is a millennial, who was born when technology is here. If he can as well use the technology and then he's using his smartphone to make money, what of your friends? Please go and tell them to do the business. I'm waiting for questions. I'm waiting for your questions. I am waiting for your questions. I see one in the chat room. Isaac says, my question was not answered. Do I make losses? Which losses, my dear? Let me look at it. And finally, do I make losses in case I start with 1 million? How much am I potential to make a day? Which losses? Unless if you force the robot to sell at a loss, our robot doesn't sell at a loss. If the trade has gone against you, it will have to wait. It waits for the market to bounce back and then it sells at a profit. That's why for us, we don't liquidate. We don't liquidate because our robot doesn't sell at a loss. So we don't make losses if we don't want to. But if you want to make a loss, you can force the robot to sell, and it will do. It will abide by you, by your instructions, because you are its employer and it is the employee. So if you force it to sell at a loss, it will do it, but it will even tell you that it was a manual sale. It will not say that it has done a sale. Hoping I've answered your question well. I didn't understand the call drop. My network was poor. It did not understand call drop. Call drop, it means that is the percentage you want the trade to drop when it, in case the trade from where you have bought it at. We are assuming that if we have bought it from here, but again, it might first go down a little bit. So we always assume that the drop that we have seen, we say that maybe if they have put in the signal that it may drop 4%, and someone who puts that drop has looked at different indicators. For example, someone has used the Fibonacci line, the Fibonacci lines, and then maybe the trade we have entered at 23 point something percentage, and we expect it to go down to the 0%. So that is the call drop. That in case I have entered the trade here. Let me put on a screen. Let me put on a screen. Let me put on a screen and then we see that. Okay, this is it. I can say I am entering the trade. Maybe this is the Fibonacci lines. And then we have entered the trade here. And then I am assuming that it might first maybe move up to here. And I have measured that from here to here, there is a 4%. So you, who is going to put in a trade, make sure that you have divided your 4% within this area. And then say maybe when it drops by 1%, I buy 1%. It drops another 1%, I buy another 1%. Maybe you have put 4 margin calls, and then you say, I want it to drop 4. I want to buy 4 margin calls. Let it drop 4%, and then I buy. So that is the margin call drop. Margin call drop, the percentage you are expecting it to drop down before it comes up again to go and sell your 2%, which is your take profit. Peter, I think now it is clear. If it is not clear, please come back to the chat room and I respond again. Come back to the chat room and I respond. This one says, I have been following you for long. My story is long, but I think I should get started. You have delayed so much, Isaac. You have delayed so much, Isaac. Please start as early as last year. Start as early as last year. My question was, like, how is training conducted? Only online? No, we have offline and online trainings. We have online and offline trainings. We have a physical office in Kampala. It is on Kampala Road. The building is called the Prism. We are at level 3. We are there. Amore is there. Personal Amore is there Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday, and the other leaders. Leader Usama is always there. Dr. Fred is always there. Very many other leaders are always there. We are always there for you. So we have both offline and online trainings. We do this to cater for each and every one. I have been following, I had that and I've read it. What is the benefit of setting your trade? To trade for 1 month? Is it a good idea? What is the benefit of setting your trade? Proscovia, I've not understood what you are asking. Because all the trades that we are trading, they are our trades. So even the trade you are setting, it is your trade. Now, I have not understood your question very well. Please ask it again. Ask it again, or if possible, unmute yourself and ask so that I get it clearly. Nanono, can I learn all that, and in how long? Learning will never end. I'm not going to tell you the period that you are going to learn it. It's all about the passion you have, the commitment that you want, and how fast you want to learn it. I joined this business when I didn't even know what a candle is, because I had never seen them. Now I am 1 year and 10 months, but I'm still learning. I cannot say that I know it all. I am still learning. So the time for learning, I'm not going to tell you that this period of time, but it depends on your commitment. There are people who come and then someone says, I want to do this business. And I say, okay, can you create time for you? Can you create time for learning? Say, I am too busy. I don't have time for learning. But he wants to learn those things, but he says, I am too busy. So if you have started and if you join, create time to learn. Create time to learn. For us, our work is to avail the avenues of training. And then it will be upon you to plug in there, and then you practice what you have learned in order to get what you want. What is your YouTube channel, Isaac? Are you a member or you have not yet joined? Please. Let me ask that. Are you a member already or not yet? Because if you are not yet a member, you will not benefit much when you are not a member. For you to learn how to swim, you first have to get into the pool of water. Then you ask, how do I swim? But when you are still outside, even if you read the pamphlets and pamphlets and pamphlets, they will be useless to you. First get in, and then we get going. Then Joseph says, since we are now a family of Royal Q, maybe we shall need to think of a support group, stroke a circle in the future for Royal Q, projects like estates, schools, etc. Thanks for the presentation. Good night, members. Hey, Dr. Joseph, my God, these are the things that we are looking at. We need to have the Royal Q estate, whereby this is Dr. Joseph is sleeping there, the other one is there, the other one is there. We have schools, we have each and everything. We have all these things in our plan as we are growing. I'm so happy that you have also thought about it. We are planning. We have all these ones in our plan, and we shall execute them because we found the best business, and it is not going tomorrow because it is a real business. For as long as cryptocurrency is still there, for as long as people are still using money, we are here until further notice. Someone says, what I need to learn is how to make my own signals. How to make my own signals as well. What does it take and how long can it take? I'm not going to tell you how long will it take. It depends on how fast you learn and how fast you practice what you have learned. How fast you learn, how committed you are to learning, and then you practicing what you have learned. Because even if you learn and learn and learn without practicing, it will never make a difference. So what you learn, practice it. What you learn, practice it. And then be consistent with what you have learned. Choose a strategy, practice it, try it again and again and again. Then after you have tried it again and again and again, it will work for you and stick to it for a long time. Like as I said last week when I was training, someone can choose to use only one indicator, and then you stick to that. And say, I am using only support and resistance, and you stick to that. And you stick to that. You use only support and resistance, only and only. Someone can say, for me, I use Bollinger Bands. Someone says, for me, I use Fibonacci. Someone says, I use 3 of them, and you stick to that. So I'm not going to tell you how much time it will take you, but it will depend on you. Yes, any other question, please? You can unmute yourself and ask. Ready to serve you, ready to explain. Do I have other questions in the chat room? I don't have. Do I still have people on the Zoom call? Yes, I still have. No more questions. We continue or we close. I think people have understood. People have asked their questions. I think I don't need to continue. We are already 1 hour and a half. 1 hour and a half when we are here. I think we can call it a night. I think people have asked their questions and they feel like now it is enough.